I left my phone recording while I slept. When I checked the video, I was horrified. My girlfriend moved out when she heard what I said in my sleep last night. She hasn't spoken to me since. I didn't quite understand why she left. She didn't tell me what I said. But I love her, so I wanted to give her space. If only I'd known the terrifying things I was doing. Flash forward a week to now. I decided to download one of those free apps that basically turns your phone into a microphone. My girlfriend was still at her mother's house, and I was missing her so much by this point, so I needed to find out what I was saying in my sleep. I set it face up on my nightstand and let it record for the whole night. I assumed maybe I was snoring loudly or sleep-talking a few words, but I never could have imagined how much worse it actually was. The next morning I thought it'd be easier to listen to it while I was at work with headphones, multitask and all. The first night was pretty boring. I got one of the free apps that doesn't record only when there's sound, it just records non-stop. But there was nothing on the first night, which was weird since my girlfriend said I was unbearably loud. So the second night I did the same thing, set it on my nightstand, listened to it at work, and after a lot of fast-forwarding, I found one spot where I was mumbling something totally incoherent. It actually made me laugh, and I wondered what I was dreaming. There really wasn't anything that I thought would keep her up at night, but she is a light sleeper, so the mumbling might have woken her up if she was there. However, on the third night I actually hearing something. I decided I was tired of fast-forwarding all the time when playing back the recording, so I bought an app that only records when there's noise, and you can set the sensitivity that triggers recording. It was kind of neat, but I thought a little steep for the $5 that I paid for it. I didn't set the sensitivity quite low enough because all I got was some very faint mumbling again, smuthun in the beeth rule and silly stuff like that, although a little more frequent than the previous night. I could definitely see how that would keep her up if I was that loud with the sensitivity so high. With the sensitivity set right, the fourth night was more of the same, mumbling and every now and then a coherent word that didn't fit a sentence. The recording picked up my dog Lilith moving around and breathing at one point. It made me chuckle that she's such a mouth breather, but again it was one more thing to keep my girlfriend awake. I texted her after that night to see how she was doing, and let her know I was recording myself at night so I could better understand why she has a hard time sleeping around me. "Hey sweetie, how have you been? How's your mom?" I asked her. She replied, "Hey Rylan, I've been good. She is good too." I texted again saying, "I just wanted to let you know I've been recording myself at night so I know why you haven't been able to sleep." But a whole 5 minutes went by with no response. She was replying instantly before. So I texted again. I know that probably sounds creepy, I just wanted to show I'm trying to do something about it. I never got a reply to any of my last few messages. I figured I weirded her out with the night recordings, but wasn't going to overthink it. I set my phone up for the fifth night, but forgot to listen to it while I was getting ready in the morning. I was already in the car on my way to work when I thought of it, so I just waited till I was at work. I was sitting at my desk with a headphone in one ear. There was a pretty long recording compared to the other nights. I bet my dumb dog was breathing right next to the phone all night. Right away, guess what I heard? Big old breathes from none other than Lilith. I had to laugh. Here I thought I was talking in my sleep, and it was just my dog snoring that was keeping my girlfriend awake. In the middle of the recording, I got a text from her. "Sorry, my phone died and wouldn't charge yesterday. It isn't you that keeps me up, it's the other voices." What does that mean? The recording was still playing in the background. "Rylan?" What was I saying? "Ryle?" It kind of sounded like I was saying my name. Rylan. I was. But what was she talking about? Other voices? The recording continued. "Rylan." The voice was deep. It was sharp. It was not me. I ripped the earbud out and I quickly stopped the recording. My eyes immediately teared. I stared at my phone for a solid 30 minutes. I texted her back. "I just heard it." "Oh God," she said. "I knew I wasn't crazy." "No, I definitely heard it too," I said. "I couldn't listen to the rest. I don't know what I'm going to do tonight, but sleep is not it." I looked at my phone with the recording app and the fifth night's recording selected. "I couldn't listen to the rest. I don't know what I'm going to do tonight, but sleep is not it." I looked at my phone with the recording app and the fifth night's recording selected. All of a sudden, I was hit with a chilling realization. The dog, Lilith, had been at my girlfriend's mother's house this entire week. She wasn't in the house when the recordings were taken. The loud breathing wasn't Lilith's. It was something else, something that wasn't supposed to be there. My mind raced, trying to piece it all together. I thought back to the nights, replaying the audio in my head. The breathing, the strange voices, the chilling realization was too much to bear. I felt my heart pounding in my chest. I tried to convince myself it was some kind of weird glitch, some interference, anything but the truth. But the voice was too clear, too real. My hand trembling, I scrolled to the sixth night's recording, the one from last night. I hit play, my heart pounding so hard I could hear it in my ears. Silence at first, then the soft rustling of sheets, my own muffled snores, and then the breathing, heavy, ragged breaths that echoed in the silence of the night. The voice returned. "Rylan." It was even deeper this time, and there was a strange quality to it that sent shivers down my spine. This time it wasn't coming from the recording. It was coming from downstairs.